It's really sad. We like.
What's sad though? Like, what's the
really
sad part?
sad. Like we really ain't got no rich parents right here. Like, I ain't even saying rich, but god damn, like we ain't we ain't got 30,000 laying around nowhere. Like what? Like we working? Man, how many years we working? 20, 30 years. We ain't got 30,000 laying nowhere. 1,000 a year.
See, I think you thinking of this the wrong way. You thinking too big.
$30,000? That ain't shit.
Motherfuckers ain't got 1,000. I mean, you talking about. Shit, motherfuckers ain't got $30. The dumb decisions that the young people make. Today I want to talk about if you could have it and do it all over again, what would you want your parents to do? So basically what I mean is, like, you know how you say, oh, if I can do this over again, if you can have a do-over, who would your parents be? Not like who would they be, you know what I mean? But who would they be as in their intellect, as in the things that they do, the things that they pour into you? Like, that's what I mean. Like who would they be?
I don't really know how to answer the second part. Well, I guess I can probably answer the second part. I would say I would want my parents to find something find something, or industry or whatever they feel like is gonna be around for a long time. Put me into it, and just don't take me out. No matter if I don't want to do it or whatever, just keep me right there.
Why?
Because when I look at all the people that's successful, I'm pretty sure when they first started off, they didn't have a love for whatever they're doing. But when you get good at something, you eventually start to love it. So, like, for example, everybody I know that's super successful or whatever, they started something at a young age. Elon Musk was reading a lot of books at a young age, so he was on the way to a very good college. Javante Davis, he started boxing at a very young age. LeBron James playing basketball at a very young age. Who else? Just a lot of people, they all started at a young age. So by the time they was 18, 19, they already, Olympics, or they going to the Ivy League colleges, or they already did a whole bunch of, millions of dollars in business before as a kid, kidpreneurs or whatever. So I would say just put me in something and don't take me out. And then if you even if you can't find something, if you notice what I'm doing, what would you like? Your child the best. When you look at your child, what would you say they would be good at? What would you look at them and be like, you know what, they probably like this. Like, you probably know, like I know for a fact I wouldn't want to be nothing where I'm sitting down or doing something for a long period of time unless it's video games.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. That's what I would like. And then that teaches discipline in the art of never quitting. Like you sort of develop that at a young age. Like we never quit. Like no matter what, we still show up. Same way, it's the same thing with school. You know how at school, you try to go home sick with your parents, and then your parents be like, you ain't coming home. Mm-hmm. Like they made sure we was disciplined and strict on that going to school. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily doing schoolwork or whatever, but going to school. They made sure because they didn't want us at the house.
Right.
Or, what is it called? You know how you go to work and stuff? Like they make, the job make sure you come to work. Like it's a straight consistency on that.
Right.
It's a consistency on certain things, but I would want to be forced to be consistent on one thing as a child.
Yeah, but how would you think that would work out though? Because that might not be something that you would love.
I think eventually you start to love whatever you're doing. I think eventually you start to love it once you start to get good at it.
You think so?
I think so. That happened with me with everything I did. Everything I did while I stayed in and I got good at it, I started to love it.
Really?
Playing the game, basketball, football, any video game that I just stayed like. There's another game called Valorant. Like when I started playing that, I was trash. I really wanted to quit. I wanted to quit Fortnite and all that stuff, but I kept playing, and then I started to love it.
So you saying that you would want parents that would just put you in one thing and just keep you in that thing.
Like, don't take me out.
Don't take you out.
No matter what.
So if
no matter what happens.
So if they said they're gonna put you in being a trash collector,
Come on,
that one thing. No, but that's one thing though. No, but that's
well,
one.
you got, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't. No, I'm saying, but that can be the one thing they can say like, okay, this is because they may be entrepreneurs and that might be their job to pick up trash. They might own a trash company. And
okay, so that's cool. Then you're an entrepreneur.
And so they showing you how to pick the trash up, and you just.
But then eventually you work your way up to being, eventually you start learning, different types of trash.
To drive the truck.
Different driving the truck. You learn how P&L. You learn different stuff within the company. You start making your way up. Then you start really loving it. Like, okay, boom.
Okay.
Notice how like everybody that I've seen that has did years at a company, they start to love it and just start to take so much pride in it because they did it for so long. Like you take pride in it now.
I don't think that's true.
Man, I swear, everybody I've seen 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, they always be like, oh, I've been this much with the company or this company. They always talk so good about the company.
No, I think they're delusional at that point.
What you mean?
I think if you're talking about working for another company and you buy into the company culture and you've been there for 12, you dedicated your life to 15 years and you start drinking the Kool-Aid, I think that's where the delusion comes in.
I think so too.
Because what happens is you are essentially building someone else's dream. Because once you spend that 20, 25 to 30 years with that company, I mean, you don't retire with a piece of that company.
True.
You retire with a 401k. None of these things are bad. I'm just saying like that's what you retire with versus when you are doing, like you said, you find something you love and then you continue to do that and you build that into something, then that's something you can really be proud of because you can take that thing and keep it, sell it, or share it with others.
Right. I'm just saying whatever you do for a long period of time and you start to get good at it, you eventually start to take pride into it. That's what I mean. Even if it's working for somebody else, which I don't agree with working all that many years for no company.
I do. I agree with
I don't.
I do. I think long as your mindset stays the right way. If you always view that company as a partner, if you view them as a partner to get to wherever you're trying to get to, I think that's the good mentality to have.
What if you never get there?
What do you mean?
You said the partner. I assume that you use them as a partner so you can build your own stuff up, so then you can quit.
Yeah.
Build your own thing. But what if you never get there?
Well, if you never get there, that's because you didn't get there.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with the company.
But
you see what I'm saying? Like that's like them being your partner. It's like the show I'm watching, Startup. It's like, where do you get your seed money from? Nobody have rich parents around here.
Got that right.
So you have to get that seed.
Fortunately.
You got to get that seed money somewhere in order to start whatever that dream is.
It's really sad.
What's sad though? Like, what's
really
sad
sad.
about?
Like we really ain't got no rich parents right here. I ain't even saying rich, but god damn, like we ain't we ain't got 30,000 laying around nowhere. Like what? Like we working?
Man,
how many years we working? 20, 30 years. We ain't got 30,000 laying nowhere. 1,000 a year.
See, I think you thinking of this the wrong way. You thinking too big.
$30,000? That ain't shit.
They motherfuckers ain't got 1,000. I mean, you talking about shit? Motherfuckers ain't got $30.
Yeah, that ain't shit, man. I mean, no, but, you 55.
Well, this is what I learned
where
about.
the money going at?
This is what I learned about. Not all, but the people I know in the black community is
Uncle Ruckus.
No, I'm just saying like this is what I learned. And John Hope Bryant said this, that it makes so much sense. He said that white people plan for generations while we plan for the weekend. We plan for what we're gonna be wearing, how we gonna be dripped out, what we gonna step in the club with on, how we gonna be fresh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we plan. But then the other people plan like what my kids gonna look like, what my kids gonna look like. What are they gonna have? Think about when you was growing up, the lessons that you were taught, or the things that you weren't directly taught, but you were indirectly taught. Like on the first day of school, you got to be fresh. On Christmas, we got to be fresh. Think about that.
We gotta get the new J's.
Think about that. You got to get the new J's. Like we're taught consumerism, and then that shit passed on to you, and then you gonna be dripped out. And then you gonna go have kids, and then you gonna tell them, that they need to be fresh. And then you gonna tell them that they need to do all this. And then your kids ain't gonna have shit.
I be saying baby mamas. Baby mamas.
But did you just hear me?
You said my kid gonna have some shit.
No, I'm saying, but see, then your kids gonna have shit because you gonna pass on that same trifling behavior.
Trifling. I ain't pass that shit on.
And then they gonna be sitting there. Then I'm gonna be their great uncle. Cause I'm your uncle. I'm gonna be and they gonna be sitting on this couch talking to me saying, "Man, my dad ain't have 30,000." And then I'm gonna go back and I'm show them all these videos. I'm like, yeah, we was talking about this.
I ain't even talking about one generation. I'm talking about my whole family. Like we ain't got 30,000. Like right now, that's what I'm saying. Like just hypothetically,
I know what you're saying.
Hypothetically, let's say I was wrongly accused of a crime. Do we have money for a lawyer for me?
That's why you better not get in trouble.
Like I'm innocent, but I'm fucked. I gotta talk to the public offender.
Yes.
And just go ahead and take my 5 years because my family ain't got 20, 30,000.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 20, 30,000. Come on, let's be real. 20, 30,000. They ain't really like, 20, 30,000. I'm talking about the family as a whole. The net worth of the entire family
is negative.
Think so?
Yeah. But the thing about it is we're laughing about this, but this is a real issue in our community because you really think about like things that happen where even though you don't want to get in trouble, but you're young, you're gonna make mistakes. But one mistake that you make can mess up the rest of your life just because the family doesn't have any means or resources. Think about that. That's like it's probably a lot of people right now that are in jail simply because. Matter of fact, it's what's that guy name? I think his name was Khalif Browder. I want to say that was his name. I hope I don't get his name wrong, but I think it was Khalif Browder. He went to jail, and because he didn't have bond money, his parents didn't have bond money.
They killed him?
Huh?
They killed him in jail?
He ended up killing himself. But I don't think he killed himself inside of jail. I think it was the stuff that was done to him in jail, like messed his mind up. And when he got out, he killed himself. But that was simply because his parents didn't even have, I don't know if it was $1,000. I got to go back and look at the story. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, I think they said you got to pay 10% of bail. And so his bond was $10,000 and they didn't have $1,000. So he had to spend that time in jail. And that time that he spent in jail, they, the guards did stuff to him. They basically traumatized him.
Man, it's a few things I want to touch on about this too. Because another thing too, it ain't just the community. I don't know. Us consuming a lot. Consumerism. That's the word, right? So it ain't just the consumerism. It's also like how you said, how we don't plan for generations. Like we ain't got plan for generations. Can we just plan for next year? Can we plan for the year after that? Can we plan for next month? Like. You know what I'm saying? Like, like what I'm saying is, most people in our family, like for example, I'm gonna give you a good example. Let's say if, like right now, when you don't have nothing that's really pulling your money or pulling your resources from you, right? And you got free time. While you're working your 40 hours, you should be getting out of your 40 hours, going to another job, or working on a side hustle, or working on something to increase what you already have, increase your salary or your cash flow, whatever. But don't nobody do none of this shit until I had a baby, now I need to go hustle. But now all your hustle is going towards the baby.
Right.
Like when nobody's thinking like, how do I increase my resources? How do I boss my life up? Or how do I get to the next level? Nobody's thinking about the next level. Everybody's just thinking about, let me just make it to the weekend so I can chill, watch Netflix shit, get a pizza and shit, chill and shit, like watch the game, shit like that.
That's fun though. That's so fun.
That stuff is fun, but like, damn, how long we gonna do this shit?
Shit, till we die, we gonna ball out. But I get what you're saying though. But I think that's why I say everything starts with a mindset. You gotta have a mindset to say, I'm working for the next generation. That's the only way. That's the only way you'll get to a point where you're not planning for just the weekend or just whatever. You thinking about what the next generation is gonna have.
And then on top of that, we only have a family. I mean, what that is, I'm talking about the black community. When I say we don't have a family, the other day, I think like 2 days ago, I looked at the national wealth gap by race or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, that's bad.
I think black people is like 35,000 a year, the household, and whites are like 268,000. Asians like 170,000 or something like that. Even the Hispanics over us, like at 55,000. I'm like, damn. But then they go on to say, only 40% of black household have two parents. So I'm like, damn, we can't even be a family. Like, how we gonna get to money and planning for generations? We can't even be a family first. Like, fuck. Like, damn.
Think about that now. And that's where it starts. It starts in the family. Like, you need a 2-parent household. I think that is needed.
Like, even if both of y'all make 35,000 a year, that's still 70,000 a year. That's still pretty good. 7,000 a year, pretty good.
But it's not just the money though. It's not just the money part. It's just the two individuals being in the household, two different perspectives being given.
Right.
Being there to be like, okay, the dad is giving you more of the logical stuff, then the mom's giving you more of the the emotional side, and so it all just kind of come together.
And then it said something about, like, if it's not outside of the 40% that have both households, 30% inside of that 40 of the black community have both of the parents are abusive or chaotic or shit like this. I was like, damn, like we can't even get along first. Shit. What a nigga, what his name is? Martin Luther King. What he at? Like,
you saying what he did?
I know he did, but I'm saying we need to be like, we need that motherfucker, right? Like,
No, the fuck we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. We need this. Is what we need.
We need something.
We need we don't. We need birth control. We need motherfuckers. They need to make a law where you can't even have kids. You can't even like conceive a kid.
Like it's not even possible.
Yeah, or if if you do, they kill your baby. Like you can't be allowed to bring a child into this world if you don't have a certain level of education, a certain credit score, and X amount of dollars in the bank. Like that's what I think.
I like that. And
not to be wrong. It's wrong because now you plan to you dictating what people do with their bodies. But I think this will help with the economy too, because now you will prevent kids coming into the world in a 1-parent household. Now they're subjected to abuse. They're subjected to financial issues. Now their parent is probably on the government system. So now that's making us have to pay more taxes. Then eventually, depending on how they're raised, they might start getting involved in crime and stuff like that. So it kind of messes up the system. So I'm like, before you even can do that, that's why I tell you, like, when wait till you 30 to like have sex and
have
like
sex.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah, like have sex and to even think about getting married or dating. Like that's what I would do.
I'm working on that 30, but you said 30 to have sex is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I would do because it helps your signal to noise ratio.
I'm working on that too.
Yeah, and then you'll be good. You'll be think about it, your life will be like perfect.
I'm actually, I swear, bro. I swear to God, bro. Everything you told me so far, that shit has come to pass. Like, damn, I was right again.
You think I'm like Jesus? Do you think I'm like a
I
Jesus?
don't know what the fuck it is, bro. Yeah, sometimes I'll be wondering, like, when this shit be happening, I be like, am I fucking retarded? How the fuck am I wrong so often? I'm wrong about everything. Like, everything when you tell me otherwise. Like, you tell me otherwise, I be like, at first I be like, that don't make sense. But then when that shit happened to it, like, no matter what, like, however long it takes, I'm like, damn, that shit is, like, now it'd be like, damn, duh, how the fuck I didn't get that? Like, the second job thing.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing the math and shit. I'm like, damn, just by me getting off and not getting to bed and going to another job, I immediately put myself in the salary of a high paying nurse. I'm like, damn, why the fuck I ain't been doing that? I don't know either.
All I know is the best thing parents can do, because we were talking about like what kind of parent would you want. It's the same scenario I'm going through with Fonzie. Whereas, like I told him this not too long ago. I said, see, the issue is I have lived a little bit, and so I see stuff. You're not gonna see it because you're young. And so I was telling him about his business, his entrepreneurship, the amount of money he makes when we go to the markets. And then, then I'll see him like, hey, are you completing your daily tasks for your business? And then we just keep running into issues where he's not completing all the tasks. And then I said, okay, well, you know what we're going to do? You're going to go get a job.
Did he?
Oh, he went and interviewed with Publix today. And then once hopefully they can call him back Friday, he get the job. And then now for me and for him, it's an exercise. It's an exercise while you're still in this household, while you're not waiting till you get out. It's an agreement between him. It's an exercise to show you how does it feel now when you go to work and somebody telling you to take out the trash, push the buggies.
Are you gonna take some of his money for his certain chores and stuff like that? Show him how like real life do right there too?
No, no, because I don't really want him to see that part. I just want him to see the part of versus when you at home doing your entrepreneurship, how you have for him today to go to the interview and then come back to me today and tell me everything he got out of it was like, okay, he's starting to get it. So I said, tell me about the interview. He said, it was good. We had a real good conversation. I said, okay. I said, tell me some things that you saw. He's like, it seemed kind of like school. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I had to go there. I was dressed nice. I had to sit down. I had to wait till somebody called me in. I said, okay, they called me in. And then when they called me in, they told me all of the stuff that I would be doing. Taking out the trash, bleaching sugar, all the stuff that they would tell me to do. Then they said that even if it's raining or if it's snow, whatever, if a customer say they want you to take their groceries to the car, you gotta take their groceries to the car. You be wet, whatever. And he was like, I said so, and then after that, at the end, he said, so then they told me that, if I'm selected for the next round, they're gonna go. I'll be called back Friday to go talk to the store manager. And I looked at him and said, Father, I said, how the fuck that make you feel to where they want to do a 2-part interview to be a fucking person that take out trash and stuff? Nothing against that. Nothing against it. Nothing against it now, because hey, these are good jobs. But what I'm trying to get him to see is he go to his market and in 4 hours he'll make $600. He go up there for 4 hours. He might make $30. Might.
He make $725. They make $725.
Huh?
Will they make $725?
I think about $7. So think about that. Now remember now this is and it's nothing against it. It's the comparison that I want to see because I can say this to him all day long, but until he experienced
Do you see it?
and so even with that I said, what made you I said, so what made you not tell them like, man, you know what? Don't even worry about it, man. He says, because Dad, I'm gonna be honest with you. He says, even though you keep telling me about this, they told me I'll be cleaning the bathroom, they told me I'll be doing this. He said, I still ain't felt it yet. I said, there you go. I said, you get
His
it.
back ain't started hurting yet.
I said, there you go. So he want to see it all the way through. So with that, I'm just gonna be like this, and let him go, taking to work. And when you start to see, when you start to experience it under the guidance of the household, where lights are still being paid for, I was being paid for, then it can click. My hope is at a 15-year-old, it clicks and say, "Now I'm working for myself."
I want to say, nah, tell him, now just imagine your $30 that you usually did 5 hours for. Just now imagine you taking that and go feed yourself.
He gonna see that part. He gonna see that. He gonna see like, all right. And I'm gonna say, now imagine you have to pay rent. How you pay rent? Like imagine, like we're gonna imagine now we're gonna pay like this whole scenario we running in the household. Cause I'm like, how do I get you to see what I see without you getting 18, 19, 20, and then you get hit with it? I'm like, well, shit, just do it to you while you're here. Yeah. It's no beef. It's just like, hey, you then you get to see it. Worst case scenario, you get in there, you might like that shit.
I mean, I like it, and then that's less Christian y'all. Like,
and if you like it, then you might, man. But then he told me a story. He says, the girl was so excited that interviewed him, said that she started right where he was starting at, like pushing the buckets.
I hate when they tell me that.
Hey, 11 years later, she assistant manager. 11 years later. And I was like, man, how that make you feel that you started your own business and you started your business as a CEO? See, that's how people need to start thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like you can start your business today and I'm the CEO. Versus work 11 years.
Become my assistant manager. 11 years is crazy.
Nothing wrong with that. I don't want to down talk that at all, but I'm just saying that when you have another way, another route you can do. I'm just trying to figure out how to get it to click early.
Ain't gonna lie, that's the hardest part.
What?
Getting shit to click.
Yeah.
I swear I was talking to my homeboy all the time, me and him having conversations and stuff. And he was finna he was getting ready to buy he wanted his dream car, the Camaro. Mm-hmm. And we did the math and stuff, and it was like $1,000 a month he gonna pay for it. And I was like, he was like, what you think? I was like, ain't gonna lie. I said that's stupid as fuck. I said, you have a car that works, and you finna go spend $1,000 a month on another car, but you first finna go put $6,000 down. Mm. I was like, that sounds stupid as fuck to me. He got that bit right. First month payment cover out. He was like, man, I'm cooked, bro. I gotta find a side hustle or something. I was like, what you mean? He was like, I gotta pay $1,000 a month. I was like, I tried to tell you. I was like, but you can't see it. You can't see it because you ain't been through it. I said, I did it before. I went and got the, I ain't, my car had wrecked and I went and got the Tesla. But right. I was like, I remember paying, around $800 a month, $600, whatever, how much it was. I remember paying that shit. I was like, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit until you feel me? Until you just, auto, right. Up, you know what I'm saying? You making like all type of money and stuff. So then he works on like 30 hours a week. Okay. Right. And then I'm trying to tell him, I'd be like, cause I was telling him, I was like, cause he got like two side hustles, and then he got his job, and I was like, bro, when you get off work, you ain't doing shit. Go get you a second job. Right. And then I was like, you taking pictures, you a photographer now. Go start studying photography, start marketing out so you can get your schedule booked up. And then you say you want to flip cars, go flip you some cars. When you stack your money back up, flip you some cars. Right. I was like, why you can't do all three? He was like, yeah, but he was like, notice what you said. You gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this before you get paid. I was like, yeah, same thing with your job. You still gotta do 2 weeks before you get paid. You ain't getting anybody getting paid today. That's a fact. But it's like some of the stuff he just can't see it, and it's frustrating. But I understand it because I'm like, I understand where you at because I've been there, and I know when somebody tell me something, I can't see it, so it's hard for me to just listen. It's hard for me to just listen. So I was like, you just gotta get smoked by yourself. I'm saying get smoked by yourself.
And that's the sucky part about it is when you know what's right, and somebody have to
Go through it.
go through it and waste that time.
It's like, damn, I'm
Because
trying to tell you.
I still be thinking about like that HVAC and that electrical.
Like, you saying I could have already been.
Yeah, yeah. I just think about like I think about those jobs now where I'm like, man, you know, HVAC, electrical, carpentry. I just stay on that. Because it's like it's like it seemed easy to me though. Like in my mind, it seemed to make sense in my mind. Like I'm like Jerry Jones in my mind. It makes sense. It makes sense to me that if you don't want to go traditional route and go to school, everybody just all my nephews just go get a trade. It just makes sense to me.
It makes sense to me too. It's just the fact that I didn't want to do that shit.
Yeah, but and then it's what's wild is when you see electricians and like they be multimillionaires and stuff. Like that's part of me blowing my mind. It's like I be saying to myself, I told these motherfuckers like I be like, wow, like it's almost like for me it's crazy because it's like you had the answers to the test and you giving it to them and then they don't listen. You like,
And they still don't want to. And then you got to see them fail.
because it ain't like it's gonna benefit me.
Right.
Motherfucker ain't finna give me no $1 million. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I'm telling them what I done seen, like what I done saw. I was talking to an HVAC guy the other day, matter of fact, because I had to get him to go and do an inspection on one of my properties. And I said, man, how much money do you make in this business? He says, country dude, Mr. Coleman, last year I cleared about 300,000. I was like, really? It's just him. One motherfucker. And this is the funny part. I found his ass because I think I told you about this story. I found him because I called I don't want to say the name of the company, but I called the name of the company. He went out to give me an estimate and then I said, what's your price? I don't know if you remember I told you that. Because he gave me one price because he's working for this other company. I said, what's your price? So he can do it himself. He gave me his price. Turns out 6 months later, he started his own business. So he learned under these people over here, got certified and all that stuff. Then he started his own.
He come out the gate making 300,000.
Yeah, because he built up his clientele. So now, basically, like, I'm his client now. So I call him whenever I need something. So he did the same. So he probably been doing that. So he probably been doing like side work. Like say, for instance, if I work at, I don't know, let's just say I work at Advanced Auto Parts or something. And you come up there and you something wrong with your car. And you're like, yes. And I'm like, yeah, I got to charge you, $1,000, because it's here. But, if you bring your car over my house, I do $500. You'll be like, shit, hell yeah, where you stay?
Yeah.
I build up clientele like that. They say, I can start my little own business on the side where I'm doing automotive work. So he did the same thing. And I'm like, okay, so he do 300. Then I get another nephew with electrical doing 300. Then you get this. Damn, we can start a goddamn Reeves Young or something. We can start a firm like what? I'm like, how motherfuckers don't see that shit? Like I be wondering in my mind. Like I'm like, I ain't saying no rocket science. Like I ain't sitting there saying like we about to build a bomb or like rocket. We just saying like shit that I need AC in this motherfucker. Like I need lights.
Lights.
Like we saying all the essential stuff that people need that AI can't do yet.
Yeah. Well, they say the best time to build a tree is 20 years ago, but the second best time is right now.
I don't want to hear that shit.
That's what they say.
No, well, who is they?
I'm saying, like, it ain't too late for some of your nephews.
I think it's too late. I think it's too late because I think the time is getting short.
Motherfucker's still young, huh? I'm young as fuck.
What, you 23 this year? I'm talking about
next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, you got a few years to 30. Like that.
7 years? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 7 years, bro.
Yeah.
How old was I 7 years ago? 16. That's a lot of time.
See,
And I ain't even 23 yet.
But see, I'm telling you now that you ain't listening. He ain't got a lot of time. If you ain't got no, you got a lot of time, bro.
And that was kind of cool how the thing started.
Yeah.
Being white with us, like, you got a lot of time.
Hey,